Hello, citizens of Oklahoma and of America. Today I want to jump into legislators. Here in Oklahoma, like anywhere else, legislators are responsible for creation of the state laws. They are responsible for maintaining the state laws. They are the ones who have complete control over all the state laws. Now, they're not responsible for making sure that the state laws are followed. That is mostly part of the executive governor's position. But let's just stay with the legislators for now. Now, we all have to live with the state laws in our states, obviously. We all have to, be the ones who are affected by these laws. So it would make sense that, yes, we would have a way of talking to our state legislators about those laws. Now, one thing we need to remember, too, that not all legislators are experts in all areas of government, in all areas that state governments deal with. Me personally, I'm involved with the building code industry. And I have become well-versed in the state statutes across the board when it comes to architecture, engineering, building licensure laws, building inspectors. So on my end, I have a certain expertise that I'm sure many of the state legislators do not have. Now, it would stand to reason, too, that the state legislators are listening to people who they believe are those experts in the areas that they're creating laws for. So for this reason, I reached out through our process in the internet and the state website to contact many of our state leaders, state legislative leaders, representatives, to ask them a simple question. Who do they listen to? Who do they go to when they want to discuss laws pertaining to the construction industry specifically? My thinking is this. If I get talking to the people that they listen to, then I can focus my attentions to the people who are going to influence those who are going to make the laws within the construction industries. So, it makes sense. It seems obvious. I don't necessarily want to spend my time talking to approximately 150 different state representatives within our Congress and our state Senate. So I want to concentrate my time with those individuals who are going to be the ones who are going to be influencing our state legislators. Hopefully at some point in time they'll recognize my role that I can play within the state, and maybe they'll start talking to me more. But until then, I'm happy and content to work with those who they are going to listen to. However, when I reached out to a portion of the state leaders, three of their administrative assistants responded to me pretty much immediately, and they all reminded me that I was not in their district, and they referred me back to my representative, whom I've reached out to, whom has not really responded to me as of yet, and I am going to renew my efforts to get my representative to start communicating to me. So anyways, what my frustration was with these responses was, one, is just they all make the laws that will affect us, but they seem to think that we can only talk to our own representative in our own district, that we somehow have no reason to be talking to anybody but our own representative. Therefore, and this is one of the things I'm going to be looking into, is does our representatives in our district, are they responsible to go and talk to all the other representatives and they're going to speak for on our behalf? Or how is this going to play out? Now, in the past, I can say that my representatives haven't been that great. They just basically just write things off if they're not interested, or if they don't think that other people are going to be interested, or whatever the deal is. They are not representing us at that point. That's a big issue, and we need to look into that one more. However, how do we get people who have legitimate issues, legitimate concerns, to get the legislator to start listening to us? One thing I think I would like to see from the state legislator is I would like to know if they have some sort of vetting process because not everybody that goes to the state legislature has legitimate concerns. This is a fact just as much as many of us who do go to the legislature do have legitimate concerns. How do they weed through the legitimate concerns and the ones who do not have legitimate concerns? As far as I know, that system doesn't exist. That is something I would probably like to see start happening in the future, at least in the state of Oklahoma. Meanwhile, we're just going to have to keep pursuing. And so this is my question, again, to all the state legislators, as far as representatives and Senate, is who are you talking to? I would like to know if there are individuals that you go to when it comes to building code, in the building industry. I would like to know who those individuals are. They're the ones that are influencing you. They're the ones that are affecting how the laws are coming out in the state of Oklahoma. And we might as well get them all in a group and start having a conversation. I think there's a lot of good things that we can start making happen. We can change a lot of the goofy laws that are out there right now. We can make a big difference on the licensure requirements. What needs to be required, what doesn't need to be required to be licensed, so on and so forth. So again, this is mostly reaching out to our state legislators. It's time to start talking to us. Give me a few answers and I can leave you alone. I will work with the people you would think I should be working with. As far as us as citizens in our states, the best we can do is to, keep the pressure on our legislators. I would like to hear back from people, with their thinking of how we can start working with our legislators and getting them to work with us. I think there's a lot of good ideas out there. We need to have our state legislators maintaining good laws, creating good laws, changing bad laws, so on and so forth. So that is my message for today, and I look forward to hearing from everybody. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks, bye.